Good morning. Well, the record for consecutive nights sleep uninterrupted would be one. Not last night, but only the night before. So I was kind of hoping I'd be able to get combined sleep, but over multiple nights, not so much. Today, we're going to discuss something. Rehab. Yet again, yes. So my physiotherapist, wonderful lady. I joke and I cajole with her constantly. I have no problem at all. She's excellent. She's empathetic, great sense of humor, and she pushes me. Lately, she's been dialing it up to 11. Yeah, it goes to 11. Um, it. She's introduced some new exercises that A, I was not expecting, um, and B, um, create opportunities for humor. Like, she's made me play with balls, tied me up in, put me on the floor, and then made me a hot, big, sweaty mess. Now, let me explain that for you, for those of you in the background that are about to, oh my God, no, he's being abused. Well, no, not really. So, the tie me up thing, she puts a resistance elastic around my legs when I go to do some of my mobility exercises for make it more difficult. Playing with balls, well, there's a couple things she has me do with balls, mainly to test my balance and to see how stable I am. Put me on the floor. Well, since my stroke, I haven't been able to do the full push-up position as effectively. The whole up and down and up and down and up and down. I kind of get like sitting vertigo. So I've had to do them on an incline. The other day, she put me on the floor and wasn't happy about it, but I did it. Um, and then the big, hot, sweaty mess, she puts me on a stationary bike for 10 minutes. And I'm not there just to, laze about and just like, oh, look, it's a nice leisurely stroll in the woods. No, I'm doing what I can. Like, for a 10-minute jaunt, I'm keeping up, 36 kilometers an hour, doing roughly 5.2 to 5.9 kilometers in 10 minutes, depending on the day and the resistance level. So, like I've said in previous videos, if you're not going to own your rehab and work it, you're not doing it right. And I'm pushing myself because I realize that the only way this gets better is if I make it better, right? So, and the best part is, I not only get tied up, I get to play with balls. She throws me on the floor, gets me all hot and sweaty. It's covered by OHIP. That's the Ontario Health Insurance Plan, for those of you that don't know what OHIP is. So this doesn't cost me a dime. Just, I have to spend time with her. Yeah. No, she's a great lady. I have no problem with her at all. She's wonderful, and she gets results. She cares about her clients, her patients, right? So I have no problems with her whatsoever. I was kind of hoping last night I could sleep through the night. Luckily, there is coffee. Luckily, there is coffee. Yeah, it's going to be 6 weeks today I got out of the hospital. Still kind of surreal on what's happened over the past 6 weeks, I keep being told by a lot of people, hey, you look really good for having a stroke. Well, thanks, I guess. I really don't know what to say to that. Thanks, I look great. Yeah, I guess I do. Keep in mind, when I go to rehab, I get to see other people that have had strokes. So I know, and I believe at rehab I'm the youngest person there that's had a stroke. I could be wrong, but they can't tell me that. I see other people that have had strokes, and they are drastically older than I am, or at least they look significantly older. But I'm doing what I can to push my brain, right? Push my body. Push my mind, get everything working as I can get it to work, right? Can't really say much about where this is all going to end up, because I don't know. That part of the journey isn't done yet. I appreciate that this is going to create new challenges at times. Bending over is still an issue. To go to a complete 90-degree bent over or farther can be problematic. Not much I can do about that. I keep practicing. The only way this gets better is you practice, 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 and eventually it'll get better. So, for example, when I started rehab, between each evolution of exercises, there's a good likelihood I'd need to take a break, because my brain was like, right? Be it vertigo, be it just stressy, be it whatever. My physiotherapist mentioned Friday, hey, you notice you don't need as many breaks? I'm like, yeah, I have actually, So I'm able to do a lot of exercises now without needing to take a break. I think that's one of the reasons why she's pushing me, is because she knows I push myself, right? I intentionally do things, misguided sometimes, I'm going to assume, to try to test my limits. So we have a Fun Fest fair thing down at Cooch Park here in Aurelia. Yeah, just to clarify it, there's not one big, large vagina in Aurelia, okay? They just call it Cooch. It's sort of the nickname, so don't come here looking for, a big vulva. It's not that. So, went to Cooch Park. They have some Fun Fest, like carnival rides and corn dogs and all that. Luckily, last night, not very busy. I figured I'd give it a quick recce last night, see what it's all about. Glad I did. I realized that if it was in full swing and geared up to where it was expected to be, there would have been lights and noise and sounds and rapid movement, and then you get the rides, and then people, and then people's children. Yeah, had I been there today, being Saturday, with it all geared up and in full swing, yeah, I probably would last 15 minutes. I was able to handle about an hour-ish. I got some really unhealthy food, right? Because, I haven't had a corn dog in a while. I got a corn dog. Got an ice cream cone. Hung out just to sort of see how my brain likes the noise, and then had to move on. But again, the only way you're going to test yourself for crowds and noise and random noise is to put yourself into the position where that's going to happen. I ran into someone from work yesterday on the way home from rehab. Him and I usually have some pretty decent discussions, so we, had 10 minutes and had a good chat. Thank you. Very welcome. It's been a bit of a fun week, right? Next week I have 2 physiotherapy appointments, and I get the stroke team. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Hoping the stroke team goes well. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Nothing really new to report. Gonna head to Toronto today with a friend and one of his adult sons. We're gonna do some hobby snooping, shopping around, whatever. Don't really expect to buy anything. Just gonna go for the good company and get out of the house, right? No, I'm not driving. They're not gonna let me drive. That'd just be ridiculous. But again, the only way to test yourself is to put yourself in places where you get tested. And so I've got to do that as often as I can now. As much as I'm concerned that it might not be the best idea known to mankind, and there is no way to get into the Wayback Machine or the TARDIS, or whatever. I've just got to suck it up and deal. And again, the only way I'm going to do this is to do it. Because now that I'm outside that 6-week mark, right? Any work, any progress, any gains, I got to fight for, right? This is the point where you got to ruck up, bomb up, nut up, you know, get off the start line, and you have to go assault your stroke, right? The last 6 weeks was basically consolidation and reorganization in the shade. That's basically how it was. It was just your brain doing what it was going to do, right? So I've made statistically the largest amount of gains that I'm going to make, and now I got to fight for it, right? So now between 6 weeks to 6 months, that's where you really got to fight for it, right? And I'm going to ruck up, bomb up, and hit the start line, right? Now is where the work really begins, because now I know what I'm left to deal with. Now I know where the pieces are to start picking up. So now I got to go find the objective, right? Oh, one project I said I was going to do, and I'm finalizing that now. I'm not big on sports analogies. It's not really my bailiwick. But I have a friend of mine at work who is huge on sports analogies. So I'm going to do stroke recovery for the sports fan using nothing but sports cliches and sports analogies. That'll have to be scripted somehow. But trust me, it should be funny. It's really intended for one person because he's a big fan of sports analogies. And one, I don't like them. Two, I don't understand most of them because I don't watch sports. That is what it is. So I'm off to go have a shower and then have breakfast. Oh, medication time. Woohoo! Let's all do medication together now. I had a stroke. I don't want to forget this. I get one blue pill. No, not that blue pill. And then I get a white pill. Do not snort this. And then I get a lovely pink pill. Yay! Not that I'm trying to say there's blue pill jobs and pink pill jobs. No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to assume the pill's gender. That's just the colors the manufacturers made them in. I would have forgotten that. So now that we're all medicated, it's time to go be human. Or not. So, if you like what you've seen here over the last little while, please like, share, subscribe with your friends. Right? This is a little bit of levity, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of me laughing at myself and or the world. A little bit of my friends laughing at me because, hey, they're friends and they're going to do that. And part of it's educational, right? My physiotherapist said that she hasn't really had one of her patients make a YouTube channel about their recovery. And for me, it's kind of cathartic in a way. It gives you something to do, because as much fun as it sounds to have time off work and essentially be a bum, retirement without the shuffleboard, yeah, no, you get pretty bored pretty quick, and this has sort of occupied some of my time. Not much, but some. So, if you like it, what you see, please like it, share, subscribe, right? If you don't, come on, dude, why are you still watching these videos? And if you don't like this video, you're at 13 minutes, 47 seconds. Come on, just stop being stupid and subscribe. And if you happen to see either in yourself or someone around you the signs or symptoms of a stroke, that being facial droop, slurring of speech, stuttering in speech, inappropriate word use for situation and context, you then have inability to smile properly, equally, or at all, inability to raise both arms equally or effectively, inability to stand unaided, or weakness on one body side or general body weakness at all, please immediately put that person in a position of comfort and dial 911. Something so simple could save a life.